I know you haven't heard me talk about a lot of non-fiction books on this channel, but it's not like I'm completely averse to the idea of reading non-fiction books. It is mostly the fact that I feel non-fiction books already have so much representation on YouTube, on social media, and they are all over the place. And fiction books do not get their due. So I keep championing for fiction books. I keep telling people you should read more fiction. But today I want to talk about some self-help books that literally changed my life, because it's not like books did not change my life. Books did change my life, and it included a plethora of genres, fiction and non-fiction included. So today I thought it's a good time to talk about some self-help books that you can read at this time of the year, because it's almost gonna be end of the year and we are gonna be left contemplating about our own life choices and what to do the next year. So it might be a nice time to get some self-help reading done, self-help reading in, so that you can get motivated as well, and maybe it changes your life as well. So these are 5 self-help books that you should definitely read and that has the potential to change your life. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pooja at A Book by the Window. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are reading good. Now you know that I have read close to 400 books in this lifetime, and books have literally changed my life. Books have made me who I am today, and a couple of them really added to my journey. I don't want to gatekeep them anymore, because I want everyone to live their best lives, and I also want to encourage people to read more, whether it be for a purpose like learning something new or getting motivated or understanding what life path they should take, or just understanding the power of little habits that add up and that makes your life ever so beautiful. So this is what it is about. Before we dive in, I'm going to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so that you get notified of all the videos that I make here. I make book related videos here, book recommendation, book vlogs, book questions, book discussions, anything related to reading I make here. So if you're interested in content like this is going to be your space. This is also a very open and lovely space for readers. Judgments allowed in this space. So you can come here, you can talk about what you are thinking about reading or anything else about your life somewhat, and we have a lot of fun here. I'm sure you're not gonna regret hitting that subscribe button. Book number 1 in the list is everyone's favorite, Atomic Habit by James Clear. I'm pretty sure this book has changed more lives than ever, more lives than anyone can count, because it is such a structured book. It is such a consolidated summary of how you can change your habits, and it is such a good nudge in the direction of you finally starting the disciplined life that you just keep dreaming about. Why this book is life-changing? This is not just another productivity book. James Clear really breaks down the science behind habit building and discipline in a very simple yet profound manner. You don't need any monumental changes in your life that happen overnight. What you really need is small, consistent habits, small, consistent steps over time that adds up, that compounds, and really make your life what it is. The book discusses these 4 key frameworks that involve behavior change. Number 1, make it obvious. Design an environment that trigger good habits. Number 2, make it attractive. Bundle habits that you need to do with habits that you really want to do. Number 3, make it small. Start with small, consistent habits, maybe like 2-minute habit, and slowly build over time so you are not left overwhelmed. And number 4, make it satisfying. Really track your progress and celebrate small wins. A real life example is, let's say you want to change a habit. So instead of saying that I will go and do exercise today, you tell yourself, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I'm just gonna do 10 push-ups, and you stick to that commitment and you keep building on it, and before you know it, you are crazy about exercises in the morning and it becomes a part of your routine. You really do not think about it. You associate it with you brushing your teeth, as simple as that, and you will build that habit without any anxiety or fear of failure. Book number 2 in the list is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This book in the list might surprise some people because it is a very old book. This book is from the 80s if I remember it correctly, but please stay with me here. Why this old book still sticks. Most self-help books give you quick hacks or quick tricks to follow, while the author here is more about let's reframe how you think about habits and let's just completely rebuild your character. Sounds a bit hard and uncomfortable, I know, but he doesn't really believes in quick hacks. He believes in changing who you are at the core, because that is how you continue sustaining a habit throughout your life. In the book, the concept is around 7 habits that make or break your life, but just this one habit is worth your money. The circle of influence versus the circle of concern, which is very talked about. It's a popular theory and it came from this book. How this book changed everything for me. Like most people, I used to stress a lot about things that were really out of my control. The economy, other people's opinion about me, the weather, everything and anything. But in this book, Covey is like, stop. Focus only on things that you can influence. When I really started doing this, an anxious person, a person who is very socially awkward, stopped caring about a lot of things and my anxiety dropped like crazy. I was actually really productive and I still apply it at my work and outside work and in all areas of my life, and I have been really happy. You should really read this if you are tired of just surface level changes or simple hacks, but you actually want to change how you perceive things and you actually want to change your psyche for the good for the long run. Book number 3 in the list is Mindset by Carol Dweck. I'm pretty sure this book is going to blow your mind. This is a special one, especially because it is written by a Stanford professor, so the research is very solid. Dweck discovered that people really have 2 kind of mindsets: fixed or growth. Fixed mindset people really think that their abilities are set in stone. I'm just not good at math, I'm just not very creative, I wouldn't be able to do that. Take these obstacles as a learning opportunity and actually find problems to fill that gap and live a life that they want to live by achieving and overcoming these obstacles. Why this book matters so much? I have always been a person growing up who would get socially awkward, who would also be really scared of public speaking. That is what I told myself growing up, and I was really terrible at it. I would have shaky hands, I would be really nervous, I would overthink every social interaction, especially at work. After I read this book and after I started implementing some of these things in my real life, that fear of public speaking or that fear of being made fun of or what others will think of me really diminished. And I'm speaking here in front of a camera. I have a whole channel dedicated to just confidence and self-help and motivation, and I have been really confident in this journey solely because I was able to understand the psyche of fear and your own inner inhibitions and get over them and have a growth mindset, and this book really helped in that. The research in this book is also very crazy. She did studies with kids where she told a group of kids that they are smart and intelligent, and when they were given a test they performed worse than the hardworking kids because they were really afraid and scared of not being looked at as smart anymore, and the pressure got to them, while the kids that were not told anything and they were always hardworking kids, they performed better because they had no pressure and they were not anxious. You should really read this book if you are someone who have been telling yourself that you are not good at things and you will never be able to overcome the obstacles in your life that are coming in the way of your own success. And in the end, if you are someone who want to develop resilience and the love for learning again. Book number 4 in the list is another popular book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is another old school classic. And before you roll your eyes and come at me that this is another sales pitch, just hear me out for a bit. What this book is really about is Carnegie figured out that most people are going around finding some kind of validation or importance and they just want to be understood. If you can genuinely make people heard, everything in life becomes easier, relationships, work, and everything else. There are like 30 principles in the book, and here are some principles that changed my life. Become genuinely interested in other people, not just pretend it. Remember people's name and use them. Listen more than you talk. Make people feel important and do it sincerely. My personal story, I was really that kind of person who would feel like no one values me and I do not have any voice in any space. And solely because of this fact, I would talk over people and not let others speak because I always felt insecure about the fact that no one understands me. Once I flipped the script and started understanding other people and letting them speak and then waiting for my turn and talk about the things that I wanted to talk while making the other person feel secure and relaxed and like I am hearing them, this is a two-way conversation. My interactions improved, my social skills improved, I am able to make better friends or talk to people on any other topic other than what I just know. And really this act and art of sort of making new friends and influencing people by what you are thinking came to life for me in the truest form. And this book can be attributed to some of the things in my life that I was able to experience, and it really did enhance that experience for me. The whole book is just about making you stop and think of the fact that you should not just think of interactions as what you want from the other person, but as what you can give them. It is not manipulative, it is just human with all the purest intention, but also teaches you how to look confident and how to be confident and rids you of that anxiety that you keep having while you think of yourself as someone who is gonna be going out and interacting with people. So it really helps. You should read this book if you want to improve your communication skills or social skills, or you are in a leadership role, or if you are just someone who want everyone else around you to enjoy your company. Book number 5 and the final book in the list is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I know this title sounds like some get rich scheme, but this book is actually about way more than money. Hill spends like 25 years studying the most successful people of his time. We are talking about Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison. He really wanted to figure out what they all had in common, and what he discovered was success is just not about luck or connections or money. It is about having a burning desire for something, coming up with a detailed plan to implement it, and not quitting until you have what you really want. The concept in the book that changed how I think of things was this very important fact that is highlighted in the book: whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This might sound really cheesy, but Hill has stories and stories of people who actually got what they wanted just because of the fact they actually believed that they are going to succeed. What my personal takeaway from this book was that this book actually taught me what is the difference between just wanting something and working towards getting that thing in real time, in real life, and working hard towards it. The day you truly decide that this is not just going to be some floating thing that you keep thinking about and that you keep just wishing about, not just hope, not just luck, you actually put your foot down, you start seeing opportunities in every nook and corner to make it work, and you will make it work. You should read this book if you are someone who thinks big, dreams big, who want to do big but keep getting stuck in the planning mode, and you want to learn from the psyche of other people, how successful people think and how they do things differently. Alright, so how do you choose your first book? If you're someone who is just looking for some habit building, of course go with Atomic Habit. If you're someone who want to focus on your character and leadership, go with 7 Habits. If you are stuck in thinking that you are not good at things, read Mindset. If your relationship needs work, you should really read How to Make Friends and Influence People. And finally, if you're someone who dreams big but never act on them, Think and Grow Rich is going to get you moving. Honestly, you cannot go wrong with all of them. Pick anyone and have a go at it, and have the power and tools and thought process to change your own life. Which one would you like to pick first? Do let me know in the comment section below. If any of the books you have read already, I would also love to hear from you what you thought of those books, or you have any more recommendation to add to the list. I would like to get recommended those books because I'm always looking for good books. Drop them in the comment section below. I'm all ears. And with that said, with that out of the way, if you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel. I have been putting in a lot of efforts into these videos just for you people, and I really do hope you enjoy listening to me speak. week after week after week. With that said, I will take a leave for today. I will see you guys next time. Until then, happy reading.